streets. Can you do it? Can you pop it for me?
Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. And a Hellcat, cause I'm a hell raiser. Self-made, I don't order, land favor. When you get that money, keep your heart. I'm sliding in a coupe, ain't got no key to start. I got to follow me in BET award. When your well run dry, you know you need me for it. When I pull up in a Buick, you know what I'm doing. If the police get behind me, fleeing any lure. Sleeping on the pallet, turning to a savage. I'm a project baby, now I stay in Calabash. Like I'm still surfing, like I'm still jacking. I be sipping on lean, trying to keep balance. Take that Z-Walk, with my Reebok. I don't say much, I just let the heat talk. Your jewelry water whoop, diamonds like re-rock. My little baby rock that dick like seagull. When I stepped up on the scene, I was on a beam. When I jumped up out the beam, I was in saline. Baby girl, you just a fleen, that ain't what I mean. Money busting out my jeans, I got new steam. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, 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 God's plan. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. God's plan. Yeah, I only love my bed, my mom. God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? Love me. Love me. She say, do you love me? Love me. Love me. Love me. She say, do you love me? 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 She say, do you love, 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 love. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. God's plan. Yeah, I only love my bed, my mom. God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. since like July. Acting like I died. They won't be expecting when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that behind us, but I lied. Hey, hey, who I'ma buy, man? If I f***ed up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. This is if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. This industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I can let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing at the bags. Now I got it name brand. And I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they rock. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the block. We up on the other side, acting like we top. I've been gone since like July, acting like I died. They won't be expecting the Capo go to slide. Cause I told them like we put it behind us, but I drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it. We up on the other side, acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July, acting like I died. They won't be expecting Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put it behind us, but I
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island for tonight's NBL Canada matchup between the visiting London Lightning and your Island Storm. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you to please stand and join with Olivia Bruce in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. Car ton bras se porte les pays, il se porte
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the court, your Storm Chasers dance team. By Kashina Collins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for the visiting London Lightning. Out of Southern Mississippi University, a forward, number 0, Maurice Bolden. From Morehead State University, a point guard, number 2, Xavier Moon. Out of Louisville, Georgia State University, a combo guard, number 5, Kevin Ware. Out of St. Joe's University, a forward, number 15, Garrett Williamson. And out of Bridgeport, a forward, number 31, Kirk Williams Jr. The head coach of the London Lightning is Keith Vassell. Assistant coaches Nate Benjamin and Chad Briggs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing a starting lineup for your Island Storm. From Santa Clarita, California, out of Michigan State University, a 6'7" forward, number 24, Russell Bird. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, out of the University of Massachusetts, a 6'8" forward, number 22, Simpson Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, from Brampton, Ontario, out of the University of Windsor, a 6'2" guard, number 10, Alex Kimball. From Lawrence, South Carolina, out of Marshall, a 6'7" forward, number 6, Terrell Baines. And from Birmingham, Alabama, out of Bethesda, a 6'4" guard, number 5, Jarrell Tate. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Island Storm is Tim Kendrick. Assistant coaches Patrick Harbert, Lonnie States. The team manager is Greg Moore. The head physiotherapist, Colin Moore. And the team manager, Frankie Beaton. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is Wendy's Dave's Way game. I'd ask the 2 starting centers to come to center court for a ceremonial tip. Ladies and gentlemen, Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas, always said, these children are not someone else's responsibility. More than 30,000 children need our help every year in Canada so that they can grow up in a loving and supportive family. Ladies and gentlemen, each donation tonight stays in the Maritimes and goes towards foster children's homes. We'd ask you to please help as the shoe is passed around later this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, from Wendy's Restaurants, I'd ask Mike Stargrave to put the ball in the air. And also, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that every ticket tonight that you take to Wendy's Restaurants on Prince Edward Island, you can buy a combo.
How you doing, everybody? Glad you can join us here for
get another
Island
one
Storm basketball. Peter Ruttke alongside Gord McNeely. It's been quite some time since we've done a game, quite some time since the Island Storm have played. It's 13 days, if you count today, since they've played a game, and that was a contest against St. John. I know, talking to Coach Kendrick, a little concerned about the rust factor.
Yeah, it's going to take them a little bit to get going again. I mean, they've had I talked to Coach before the game, and he said they had a good week of practice, and everybody feels like they're ready to go. I mean, Russell Bird is wearing some awesome headgear here tonight. I mean, he looks like he's ready to fly away. So, I mean, but London is on a deep road trip, and you know, the weather couldn't have been good. They had a great game in St. John. They're ready to bounce here. I mean, they won in St. John, but they look really good and athletic and ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, so this is the last game of their road trip. They've won 2 in a row, coming off a 109-95 win over St. John on Thursday night. And this London team, 2-time NBLC champions, and they've got another real good team. And talking to Coach Vassell, the one thing that he said, look for us defensively. We've been overlooked from a defensive standpoint because we've had so many great shooters and offensive players. He thinks the defensive side of the ball will really shine this season for the London Lightning. So we're underway here at the Eastlink Center.
Looking for that guy to get them going early too, Bolton.
There's Moon. His shot is short. Offensive board, so some good hustle, as that was number 31, Williams Jr. getting that offensive board. Bolden. That rimmed out and brought down by Russell Bird. Coach Tim Kendrick, he said the early going will be something he's going to watch for. He wants his team to get off to a good start.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got Baines in there early for size purposes. I mean, this is his first start of the season. Obviously, they've only played 3 games, but important to set the tone down low early and clean up the glass for the Storm.
Here's Ware Jr. trying to drive. Loses it. Good D there from the Storm. Here's Carter as he tried to lay it off the glass. Back the other way in transition. This is Ware as he tried to feed a pass there to number 15, Williamson. And this London team, boy, they have got so much depth. Talking to Coach Keith Vassell, who last year was the head coach in Niagara, really helps them out to have veterans and also to have depth in almost every area.
Good defense.
And that's over and back, so it'll be Storm ball.
I mean, the Storm, this is what coaches wanted them to do, is like after 13 days off, come out hungry with a lot of energy. Your bodies are fresh. and you just got to wear out, you know, you got to look at the basketball IQ and get that into the game early.
Campbell. Carter into the paint, little bump there. Window went in.
Yeah, an important take for him. He's normally a spot-up shooter on the outside, but to see him penetrating like that, he looks like he could have used a couple days rest too, and it's going to be good for him.
Nice drive there by Williamson as he cut through the D. Early going, tied at 2. Here's Carter on the perimeter. Throws it up high, glass it in. So it looks like Corey, he's on his game here.
Yeah, he's got that kind of that shimmy stop Euro step.
Williamson back the other way.
I mean, Samson Carter has close to NBA experience as you can get in the league. So, I mean, he's shown it early. Is he in shape enough to play 38 minutes? We'll see in this one, but I think he's done a pretty good start here so far.
Block shot there as Moon got his hand on that attempted shot by Campbell.
Well, looked out of bounds.
This is Williams, and he's going to get called for the charge.
And great defense by the Storm early in this one. They look hungry and ready to play. So, I mean, this is the start Coach Kendrick is looking for.
In the 2 games so far this season, the Storm have given up on average 108.5 points per game. Carter, turnaround Jay. Nice rebound there by Baines, and Carter.
Yeah.
Baines doing the dirty work, getting it to Carter.
And look, Samson Carter has all 6 points for the Storm. I mean, he's posting up, and I like him in the post. He's a big force, and he's got good, smooth footwork.
This is Williams in the post, and he's fouled, and that's going to go against Tate.
Yeah, and that's the right call because Tate was pushing him consistently in the block. And, I mean, he gave up a lot of size on that play because the Storm, they can't really switch that well. We talked about it last game against St. John. You can't really switch all the screens against this London team because their forwards are quite a bit bigger than their guards. So, and that's what happens when you do switch. You get a mismatch in the post, and London made them pay.
Williams at the free throw line, makes that. He's averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds for the Lightning.
He's already got 5, so, I mean, 2 guys in this game have scored so far.
Loose ball, who's got it? And it's going to go to the Storm. Yeah, I mean, you could only simulate so many things in practice. I mean, being off for 13 days. It's good to simulate a game, but, man, it must be tough to go that long without getting into game action.
Oh, yeah. No, especially when you just get the season underway. And some games, like Moncton's got 6 games in already. So the Storm are watching those games saying, geez, we want to play. Oh, that's an easy 3 for him.
Carter missed the 3, brought down by Ware Jr. He's on the run. And a foul on Ware Jr., so London will go to the line.
That's Tate. That's Tate's second foul.
Yeah.
So he's over talking to Coach Kendrick, and is he going to stay in the game or is he going to go to his bench here? And great show of speed by Ware Jr. Like, he took it, he crossed over on the other side of center, 2 more dribbles, and he was at the basket. So his speed is going to be difficult to contain.
Ware Jr., he's shooting 47.1% from the field so far this season. One of the deadly shooters on this London team. Long-range shot brought down by Bolden.
Oh, nice hand.
Oh, good job by Bird.
Look at
that. Hustle.
Look at
That's some great defense from the Storm. Russell Bird showing the hustle that you need. And that ball batted away from Tate by number 31. That was Kurt Williams Jr. Wow, Russell Bird getting back on D.
I mean, that's the kind of effort that you need early in a game to. Oh. Referee called a foul on 15. Wow, yeah, so that's Williamson. Baines likes that spot.
Baines lives in the corner.
Yeah.
Missed it, though.
Look at that rebound by your point guard.
Oh, nice fake by Bird. Oh, beautiful pass. And that is Ware Jr. with the foul on Baines. So great ball movement, good defense here in the early going from the Storm.
Yeah. And there will be a sub. That's that sub we were talking about for Tate. And it'll be Robinson coming in. And Robinson had a fantastic game last outing. So not too bad to have him coming off the bench. He was a 2010 club last week, or 2 weeks ago.
And talking to Coach Kendrick, he said he wanted to change the starting lineup a little bit and, spread the wealth around with the second team.
And we're reading the Twitter live. So, listen, there was a question on there. Who are the starters for the Lightning? Bolden Moon, Ware Jr., Gareth Williamson, and Kirk Williams Jr.
There's a floater there. Williamson had a couple of attempts, and here's Russell Bird. Oh, no-look pass. That was Campbell getting it to Carter.
That brings him up to 8 points for Samson Carter. What a great start.
Bolden now. Feed there for Williamson, and he tried to get it over for Williams Jr.
Oh.
And that went off a London player, it looked like. They're going to say it's London ball. I'm not too sure why.
Yeah. And, I mean, with that, you have Campbell, like he could have gotten to the ball, but he let it go. So you figure, okay, it's going to be Storm ball. But ref saw it differently.
10 on the shot clock now for London. Coming into the game is Marcus Capers, 14, and that's a shot that's drained by Kevin Ware Jr. A lot of juniors on this team.
Yeah. Well, I want to be a junior too. I mean, look at that shot.
Oh, that rimmed out. Russell Bird, he seems to be on his game here tonight. Bolden going coast to coast with the layup.
And he's a big part of this team moving forward, this London team. So Bolden, I'm looking for big things out of him in this game. I mean, just a crazy athlete, good speed, jumps well.
Out of Southern Mississippi. And a foul against the Lightning as Bird hits the parquet.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Coach Keith Vassell, I mean, you got Bolden just making a good play, just finally getting into the game. It's been 7 minutes, he's into the game, and then he comes up and he fouls a jump shooter, 20 feet from the basket. So it's just those mental mistakes that you can't make on the road. I mean, it's early in the game yet, but that's what Coach Vassell is going to be talking to the players about.
Keith Vassell, boy, what a player he was when he played U Sport basketball.
Oh.
University of Brandon.
Crazy player.
Oh, MVP of U Sport basketball, led the Brandon Bobcats to a U Sport title, and had a pretty good career in Europe, playing in Finland, Sweden, Iceland.
I played against him in the Canada Games in 1993, way back where I played for New Brunswick. He was in Ontario, and they had some crazy team. They jumped all over us. I thought it was unbelievable to watch him play.
So 12-11, 6:34 remaining in the first quarter. And Tyler Scott has come into the game.
Yeah, good sub for him. Had a good chat with him before the game too. He's feeling good. I mean, he's still getting adjusted to the league. Second-year pro at a UPEI.
That goes off the hands of Anthony Gaines, AJ Gaines, and can't hang on. Yeah, Tyler Scott had that little finger injury. Didn't play the last game against St. John, so he's back in there. Russell Bird. Bird looking for some options here. Campbell with the jumper. And that's brought down by Phillips.
Yeah, that's a big rebound there.
Bolden puts the shoulder into Bird, gets a second opportunity, and can't get it to go. Campbell will push the pace. Bird into the corner. This is Carter, and he has got the Midas touch here this evening so far.
Like, I mean, we've only played 6 minutes, and he's got 11 points. I mean, so Samson Carter is legit. He's the real deal.
Providing most of the offense here so far in this one. This is Phillips in the block, turnaround, left it short, and that ball goes out of play. It'll be Storm ball.
And compliments to the Storm. They've done a great job of taking care of the defensive glass today against this is the first test, the biggest team they faced this season, and they've done a really good job of handling their glass.
And they look like a team that's desperate to get a game of basketball. You know, it must be tiring to go 12 days. All you do is practice. As you take a look at the good ball movement here.
Look at his footwork.
Yeah, and there's Carter draining that shot.
He plants his foot close to the baseline, brings his other foot in, keeps his hips and shoulders square to the target, and just releases it in the cup. So Samson Carter, great find here by Coach Kendrick and his staff. And this team, you know, they don't have very many returning players. They don't have any starters returning from last year. They pretty much rebuilt the team from scratch. I mean, and for them to do it in such a way and to stick with these young men, and they've got the people that they want, personalities that they want. So the Storm building a good program here.
And a great start defensively for this team. I mean, they're trying to put an exclamation mark in the early going of this game to say, hey, listen, we're going to be here all night trying to play defense.
Yeah, when you got Russell Bird, your 2-year guy, he's signed for 2 years here with the Storm, wants to be here, and he's out making plays, 40 feet from the basket, jumping on the ground like it's a slip and slide. I mean, that's a good, it sparks the team.
And this London team, they can really shoot the ball. They're fast in transition. They're second in the league, shooting 47.9% from the field. That's pretty good. So we'll see if the Storm can hold them at bay throughout the evening.
And one of the things I'm watching with a young team that's just put together, how do you respond after a timeout? How do you, so we have a timeout here, it's 15-11. Can you win this next 3-4 minutes of basketball right here?
So States is checked in, Schuler is in there, and Tyree White has also come in.
Yeah, so they've got, this is a completely different line than their starting lineup. So you've got to bring your secondary line in and get the same results here. So that's a good sign that Coach Kendrick is really trusting and playing a lot of his players.
This is Ware Jr. directing traffic. Gets it to Bolden. Bolden going baseline, spin, and that pass is picked off by States. States with the lay-in.
And that's what you do if you're you're coming into the game fresh, you make a play like that, you're going to get more minutes.
Brad States, good read on D. Long-range shot by Ware, no good. White pushes the pace. Robinson wants to drive, and Robinson gets the deuce.
And that's a huge take. He just would not be denied on that play. So Storm clicking on all cylinders here. They look really ready to play today.
Might catch this London team a little tired. They had a long road trip. It started off in Sudbury. There's a shot. Bolden can't make it.
And coaching staff for London Lightning are not happy with shot selection here.
White down the lane. Too hard off the glass. Robinson keeps it in play. Schuler. Little jumper's no good. Another offensive board by White this time. Now he wants to slow the pace down.
Great decision. A young player coming in, slowing that ball down. Young man out of Brooklyn, New York. Nice shot.
Scott! Boom!
Yeah. And Tyler needed that one, boys. That's a great looking three-pointer. That's causing a timeout. This place is going crazy.
What a start here for the Island Storm. Take a look at the ball movement, Gord.
Watch Tyler Scott's mechanics on this. Boom. Sets his feet, shoots it square, and releases it. Doesn't change the tempo of that shot. Nobody can stop him when he's shooting like that.
And what made that play was White showed some patience. They had a couple of cracks at it. Hey, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Let's set things up, right?
Yeah. Storm coming off a second offensive rebound. You could try to jam it up there, but London's tall, so they brought it out. They let the play develop, made London play some more defense, and bang, good things happened. So we talked about it when it was 15-11 that timeout. What was the Storm able to do? They substituted there was no more starters on the floor. Bang, they increased the lead by 7. So that's how you protect your home court.
You know, when I was talking to Coach Kendrick before this game, the one thing that's really impressed him, the understanding of everybody on the squad. What is my role? What do we need to do in this situation? What do we need to do in another situation? Everybody's got a high understanding of what needs to be done. And at times last year, that wasn't the case with the personnel.
Yeah.
This season, you know, I don't want to say more of a professional attitude, but let's say this, a better attitude on what needs to be done and preparation.
Oh, the trust factor there is you play together and you want other guys to score. You know, you're not looking for it. You're trying to get the best shot possible, and you're playing collectively on defense. Big shout out to Pat Havard, who's assistant coach for the Storm, who's him and Tim Kendrick work very well together. They're like brothers. So, I mean, they've done a great job of putting this team together here.
22-11, great start here for the Storm against the two-time defending NBLC champions. And you can see this London team, they're just a little discombobulated here in this first quarter.
Oh, they got all the pieces and tools. They just got to settle down, run through the offense.
Moon with the inbounds to Capers. There's Brad States defensively. That's a tough shot. Oh, how did he make that, Capers?
Wow.
Knocking that one down, a major fadeaway.
Yeah, just a great end of the shot clock beater situation. Nice backdoor.
Oh, good backdoor pass. That was White getting it to Robinson. Couldn't finish, but he's fouled. And Robinson will head to the line and shoot a pair.
And, I mean, there you have a situation where London's trying to make something happen defensively, so they're denying the Storm, and that's what you do. You go backdoor, and with no help on the other side because the Storm like to play 5 people out. Very, very smart play.
Robinson to the line. Makes the first of 2, and Robbie Robinson averaging 12 points per game, 5.5 rebounds out of Cal State Fullerton. And he makes both of his free throw attempts here.
And he's got 4 since coming into the game. So Storm have really done a good job of getting scoring from all kinds of different areas.
Off a screen, this is Moon. Wait, and Wait, his first appearance in this game.
He doesn't need any
triple.
room.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there. Good stroke.
Out of Arkansas, I mean, good player. Just turned around and made things happen.
Toronto native.
Oh,
and
baby!
Oh, my goodness, Tyler Scott knocking down the triple, and we'll head to the line as he got fouled there. Take a look at this. Tyler Scott's feeling it as well.
Crazy.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Watch out now. The London Lightning have super problems because Tyler Scott's going to shoot with anybody in this country. I mean, what? That looked like he was doing parkour.
Man, we saw that on display many a time when he played for the UPI Panthers. Question was, could it translate to pro basketball? And it has. There's a floater and a putback, a little tap in by Phillips.
It's his first 2 of the game.
White drives, window and in.
And you see knocking down outside jump shots opens up the key. So now the London Lightning have to really get back and really defend all 5 people on the floor now.
30-18 lead for the Storm. This is Williams Jr. And that looked like it was a travel. Schuler watching Capers.
Well, Robinson's going to pick that one up.
So a call against Robinson away from the play. And Coach Kendrick having a word with the official. He thought there was a travel there on Capers. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Wait. Over to Capers. Almost had that ball stolen by Tyler Scott. Off-balance shot, and the proper English on that one for Capers to get 2.
Yeah, so that'll give him 4. I mean, Scott just went for the steal, but Brad States came up and defended him afterwards. He just hits a good shot. So big important baskets there for the London Lightning. You don't want this thing to get out of hand here.
Plenty of time in this game. This London team, they'll be heard from before this night is out.
Oh, my
good
God.
pass! And the put down by States as the pair of former UPEI Panthers team up. That is pretty.
Wow. When you get outside shooting, the whole game changes completely. What a decision by Scott today.
Tyler Scott has come to play.
And that's the thing. You need some time. Look, he's making good decisions with the basketball. And now Tyler, in his second year, is getting back to being able to just play basketball. You know, and that's really important for these young players coming out of university.
Under a minute now in this first quarter. 32-20 for the Storm. Wait. Step back. Can't make the 3. And now Storm will push it up. Robinson stops, pops. Can't drop it.
Oh.
And a little bit of a tug of war there. Phillips wins the battle. Phillips want to go
solo.
Oh,
boys.
And that's a foul against Phillips.
Yeah. And Phillips, I want you to meet Mr. New Brunswick. I'm not scared. I'm from Bathurst. We take stuff like this in Bathurst, man. Oh, yeah, Brad States, big play.
I'll correct myself. That was Gaines Jr.
That
foul
was
against him. Boy,
you know what's coming.
Yeah.
It's full head of steam. That's not easy to stand there and take that.
And that gets the bench going, too, when they see that. Here's Scott.
Oh,
Tyler Scott.
Oh.
That's 3 triples for him. Am I right?
Yeah. With one of those is a 4-point play.
And right back the other way is Moon, and he drains that jumper.
Oh.
And that was an ill-advised foul against Tyler Scott.
Man.
And that's Capers.
Here it is here. Look at the defense on Scott. He makes a great play, sets his feet. And do you see how high his release is? It just gives the ball, when you're releasing it that high and upwards, when the ball comes to the rim, it's going down. Instead of like if you're shooting it like a dart, it doesn't have enough surface to hit. So he shoots it with such a great release from his hand. Just got more chance to come straight down into the basket, and that's what he did. Amazing.
So this second team, the second unit for the Storm, really getting the job done here. And when you can get 2 units productive, the way these 2 have been so far in this game, wow, takes a lot of pressure off of everybody.
They just put up 37 points. That's no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, against the defending champs, I mean, what a display of shooting. You know, they're running double screen out for shooters. I mean, the Storm had the best quarter of basketball I've seen them play in the last 3 years right there. They did everything well.
The last 3 years?
Oh, yeah. That was it.
Okay.
It was team-oriented. They had each other's back defensively. There's nothing that you can really criticize as a Storm fan there. I mean, basketball, it's a game of mistakes. But, I mean, to play that consistent and have such good defense and to be there for everybody else and share the rock in such a way, amazing.
And so impressive, again, I hate to belabor the point, but to be away from game action for 13 days and to come out and have that first quarter, that's got to be a major shot in the arm for everybody wearing a Storm uniform.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And the Lightning, they're in this game. They're going to come back. They're getting good shots. They're able to get shots whenever they want. They're just a little bit slow getting into their offense. So between, like, you know, when you take 10 feet on the other side of center and 10 feet on this side, they're a little bit slow in that area where they need to get it down and get the ball moving and get the best shots possible.
There's no doubt about it. This London Lightning team, they're going to go on a run before the night's out. The question is, can the Storm maintain them and continue to play this solid defense that we've seen here in the first quarter?
And here's something for you, Peter. The Storm came out. We looked at it. It was 15-11. Remember when that timeout happened? And then remember we said it was all the bench? It was 10 guys on the bench, and they took that from 15 up to 37 in about 4.5 minutes. You know, so that's a huge number. That's so many points. I can't even do the math on that. 32 points. So, I mean, one or two shooters get hot and you play off that. Can your team adapt? Yes, obviously they can with that backdoor pass to Brad States. They just did everything very well.
Okay, let's see what we have in store here. Second quarter action just underway. Williamson. Now to Williams. Kicks it out. And it says wait, and wait.
Wow.
Oh, foul on Wade.
And you know, Campbell did everything on that play defensively. He's your point guard. He's guarding the post, then he comes in, penetration from the top side, and then he takes the charge. I mean, what else can you ask for? It's because these starters are coming in fresh here in the second quarter. Amazing defense by Alex Campbell.
So the number one unit back out there for the Storm. Here's Campbell, wide open in the corner, Baines. And as we said so many times before, he loves setting up shop in the corner.
Yeah. And then that's going to stretch the defense. He's got 4 points.
Oh, nice fake by Moon, and Moon drilling that shot.
Wow, he's got a great jump shot on there, London fans. I mean, he'd be able to hit that from anywhere.
Mr. Cater going to work and puts the shoulder into Capers.
Yeah, great D by Capers. I mean, or by Moon, sorry. Was it Moon?
Capers, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do with a bigger player like that. You just stand there, take it, and then the refs seem to be calling a few offensive fouls here today, so just got to be crisp with your offensive moves.
Williams Jr. getting physical, loses the handle, no call, back the other way comes Campbell. Campbell. And they're going to call that London ball.
And with Campbell, he's only 6'2", but he is strong. So he's able to switch. Remember I said the Storm are switching a lot of the screens? Well, then London's going inside, but Campbell's able to stand people up. Really good post defender. Look, see, they did it again. So he's guarding the post player inside right now. And London's taking too much time to try to find that mismatch instead of just playing.
Floater by Waite, no good. That pass almost intercepted.
Double team on the strong side.
Tate trying to break down Williamson. Oh, that was almost a play that got broken up. Got down in the shot clock. Rebound there. Good hustle by the Storm once again. And the putback by Tate. Wow, that looked like a broken play.
Yeah, and good for Mr. Tate. He didn't. Passed up a three, got kind of stuck with the ball, and made a play happen when it wasn't looking that great.
Carter. Here's Russell Bird from the corner. Oh, that was in and out. Williams Jr. on the run. Finds Moon, and Moon knocking it down with authority.
Yeah, he's getting hot now. So he's got 7 points. Just a nice stroke out of a secondary fast break. Beautiful.
41-27 for the Storm. Carter bats the hand away of Williamson. Loses it. Back the other way on the break. And a foul against Kurt Williams Jr. And he'll shoot a couple at the free throw line.
Yeah, and this is what London does. I mean, you make a little mistake like that, and I mean, this second quarter isn't quite as crisp as we saw in the first. I mean, you made a couple little mistakes. That's what London's looking for, and they're going to prounce all over that. So it doesn't matter if they're down 20, 12, 15. You've got to be crisp, and you got to get good shots here at the basket.
As I mentioned, they've won back-to-back NBLC titles. They've won 4 in the history of this league. They've been the marquee franchise since day one. 8:54 remaining in the second quarter. 41-29 lead for the Storm. Russell Bird working on Bolden. Bird drive, good.
And you know, he needed that basket. That gets him up to 4 points on the day. But I mean, he needed to get into the flow of the offense. So really good take by Bird.
Moon stops mid-range. Wow,
Sick.
Moon has got it going on as well.
Like, that's a player right there. Moorhead State.
Here's Bird, and he lost it.
Did everything right there. The ball just it's probably a little slippery.
Moorhead State, the great quarterback Phil Sims went there.
Now Campbell's guarding Moon here, and you know he's hot, so you cannot leave him at all. He's going to try to come off a couple screens after this.
Williams Jr. now into the paint. Lost it, got it back again. His pass attempt from the floor got interrupted. Back the other way. Oh, good defense by Capers.
Uh-oh.
And now this is Bolden uncontested jam.
Yeah, the Lightning did a great job of stopping that at the rim, and they benefited from it. So everything was done right by both teams there.
Carter from deep. Storm get the ball back again. Here's Carter now. Hesitates. Tried to float it up.
He was thinking about not charging the player. I can guarantee you that.
Here's Moon, finger roll.
Yeah, they need a timeout.
And wow, London, they've cut into the lead. It's now 43-35. And Coach Kendrick is not happy about a couple of plays out there. And boy, just like that, this London team, they've got themselves back into this game after a real shaky first quarter.
Some of the Storm fans, or the London fans, are getting excited on the broadcast. They like their Moon. I mean, how could you not? He's up to 10 points. I mean, he can ball.
I mean, Moon is averaging 15.3 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 4.3 assists. I mean, he is shooting, as I mentioned before, or at least that was Ware Jr. Ware Jr. shooting 47.1% from the field, and you got Moon shooting 48.1% from the field. So this team can shoot the ball.
Yeah, and they got themselves back into this game, and it's not like the Storm did very much poorly there. Just a couple of plays led to London fast break. That's what London does. They capitalize, and you cannot defend their fast break. It's amongst the best in the league. So got to take care of the ball, get good shots, make sure you have a safety, maybe 1 or 2 safety, or even 5 safeties. But you got to get back and defend your basket because London can get back in the game really quick.
Yeah, and you know that was the big concern for Coach Kendrick, the speed with which London, they used that transition game. That was something that he was really concerned about heading into this one.
Yeah.
So 43-35, 7:20 remaining in the second quarter. Brad States is going to check in for the Storm.
Yeah, Baines will take a break there, so they're trying to get out in a little bit of. Brad can make things happen, so coach is putting him in to kind of defend hard and make things happen because he can defend Moon on that switch, right? So Baines really couldn't defend that speed.
Campbell.
Tyler Scott back in too, so they're looking at setting up a shooter's play here.
Campbell coming off Scott coming off the screen. He's going to try it again. He had a defender right in his face. This is Campbell. Whips a pass, States. Campbell.
Oh,
can't get it to go.
Yeah. Oh, he got hit.
A little bit of an elbow maybe on States. No call. Bolden. Here's Moon. Moon wants to settle it down. Now he wants to drive.
He's got the mismatch.
Stop, pop, dropping it. So Moon on fire.
12 points for him. And I mean, that's so fast.
Oh, that pass picked off in the post. Capers, Williamson drives. Whoa, this London team coming right back.
And they just make you, gulp you're watered down almost. You're like, how did this happen? How are they right here? It just makes you think a little bit. You just got to keep running your stuff.
Step back three for Bird. And he's a little cold the last couple of shot attempts.
And now notice there's no offensive rebounders.
Here's Moon, and a little tap there by Bolden off the miss by Moon.
So Bolden's got 6 points. I mean, and that's, you don't see any offensive rebound because everybody's trying to get back, and it's still, the fast break is still coming at you.
Here's Bird trying to break down Moon, and that is Bolden as he put the hack on Carter.
And that is smart basketball by Bird. You penetrate right here, and then you hit a player that could get hot for you again with Carter, Samson Carter, and you get him to the foul line. Everything stops. You let your best shooter get to the foul line. Okay, phew. Okay, run, stop. Thank you. And that run was 15-point run.
Yeah. So they've put themselves in a good position now. The Lightning down by 3. And, hey, listen, it was a foregone conclusion that London was going to get back into this game.
Yeah.
This is a team that's not going to be blown out too many times. That shot left short by Kurt Williams Jr. Tyler Scott gives way to Bird. Campbell, little fake.
Nice.
Oh, good drive. And even better defense. Campbell gets it back again, and that time he is fouled.
And Campbell's playing hard. That's a really important. He has yet to score either. So, I mean, you got to get him on the board.
Good second and third effort by Campbell to stay with it.
And this is the thing. So you need to stop 2 things if you're the Storm. 1, you need to stop Moon. So, I mean, that's a foregone. Then you got to stop the London fast break. If you can do both of those, you're going to be in this game at the end. But if you can't, it could be a long night here. So, it's a free throw's good by Campbell.
And Campbell makes both of the free throws, and now he'll come out of the game. And Tyree White will check back in.
And Campbell looked really hard, so got a lot of time for him. Great point guard.
Storm by 5. Shot by Harrison with the miss. And a foul against the London Lightning. That's going to go against Phillips. What do you notice the big difference with London?
Well, they just rode the hot score, so nobody could stop Moon. So
here's Bird for the triple. He misses. Tyler Scott cleaning it up.
He's having an unbelievable game here today.
He's been shot out of a cannon here this evening.
12 points. I mean, that's hustle. You got your 2 guard in there rebounded. Yeah, so we'll watch here. Can you stop point of entry? So now you got the mismatch. Bird's on Moon in the weeks. No, there's a switch again. So.
And a foul against the Storm, as that was Williamson muscled his way coming off the block.
And this is why you can't switch screens right here, because that cannot be, you know.
It's a mismatch in favor of London?
It's a mismatch, but everybody's watching Moon now. So
okay.
I was watching Moon, and then I'm like, oh, wait, there's the ball's in the post. So, I mean, now this is when you go back to the post, because everybody in the gym is looking to see where he is. So you just do the reverse, and then this time you get to the foul line to score. So
6-point lead now for the Storm. White surrounded by London Lightning players. And that ball goes off a Lightning player, and it'll be 17 on the shot clock. 4:08 remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good inbounds pass. And
wow.
Whoa, Schuler. He gets the deuce, and he'll head to the line and shoot for the 3-point play.
Look, if you're London, if you're coach in London, man, you are some upset right now. You just cannot allow that to happen. And, you know, Vassal's going to probably talk to him about that. That's just out of an out-of-bounds play. You can't afford to do that on the road. But great play by the Storm, I tell you.
4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. This is Williamson as he probes. Gets it into the corner, Harrison. And then,
wow.
Oh, great offensive board by Schuler.
Oh, no, it wasn't on 45. He's going to call it on.
Is he calling on Schuler?
45.
Calling it on.
Oh, yeah, maybe
Marvin
that's
Phillips.
a good call. He got underneath the rebounder. Yeah.
Phillips, he's in disagreement as he talks to the referee.
And he knows what he's doing. Like that play, when he'll watch it over, he'll be like, yeah, maybe I kind of slid underneath there. Like, because, you know, in basketball, if you're going underneath somebody there, you can't really do that. So good reffing there that time.
Phillips all over Schuler. You see the energy from Schuler on that offensive board. Scott misses an easy bucket.
Got to stop this fast break here.
Harrison.
Oh.
And, that's going against Brad States.
Wow, you can hear Tim muttering something. But watch this. You be the call. Watch this replay. Great. States goes with him.
What do you think?
It's up to you. Well, listen, we're going to ask our people online what they think. Was that a charge? Charge or no charge? You tell us. You be part of this broadcast.
Now, Coach Kendrick's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to get teed up.
Oh,
inbounds pass. And,
And that's that same cut when both teams gave it up.
What you saw down here for the Storm.
Yeah. And, you know, you can argue a call for sure, but you got to get back. You have to play. You have to stop these basket cuts.
So Williams heading to the line. This is the first opportunity.
A great replay by Universum here, who gives you the game's best crew east of Summerside. I forgot. I was just trying to think which way we are. Are we east or west? I couldn't remember. Great guys.
Well, we appreciate the people with the kind comments about our crew. This is a crew of 4 people. Should we tell it? Should we tell the folks out there? 3? Oh, 3 people? Okay.
3 tonight. Somebody's still in Storm State.
Here's States.
Got to go. Got to get it up.
1 on the shot clock.
Didn't get it.
No. They wave it off. Not in time. Hold on a second. I thought it was a crew of 4 people. Do we not have anybody in the truck? We do. So that's 4. I'm counting Gord, 2, and myself. That's 4 people.
Let's come on. Now, we're people too.
We're people too.
Jeez. There's a mismatch again in the post.
Here's Williams.
But good help.
Oh, nice help. As the Storm, they've been pretty good here defensively in this first half.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. This is an important transition right here.
Here's Scott with a J. Missed it severely.
Just didn't get the ball in the pocket crisply. So that's the only reason that didn't go in.
Ware with the drive.
Look at the hustle.
Loose ball. Oh, Scott, great hustle. Oh. He got it to White, and then White misplayed it.
Got to get back here.
Bolden. Ware. Williamson kicks it out. Here's Harrison from downtown. Boom, just like that.
Jaylene Harrison, big time shot at the right time. The game, that you could tell there was something that was going to give right there in this game.
Schuler in the post, now in the paint. Turn around. Nice looking shot by Dominic Schuler.
So he's got 5. What a game. This is fun.
Very good,
NBL, come on. You guys are giving us some good stuff out here.
Harrison. And reach in foul against Scott.
Tate. Or White, sorry.
Or White, yes. Foul against White, not Scott. Now, Scott has gone off, and I think he's favoring that finger again. This is the reason why he did not play in the last outing against St. John. So that would be a major disappointment, is he's having that hand looked at.
Yeah, he's over with Colin Moore, the trainer.
Colin Moore, one of the best athletic therapists in the business. And hopefully Tyler Scott, as you see top of your screen there, as he's talking to Colin Moore. So we always talk about this, and we hate to beat a dead horse, but finishing quarters, make sure you're on page and everybody knows what they're doing. Get out of the half unscathed.
Yeah, and I mean the Storm have done a good job of that. Any of these baskets that were good shots. Like London's playing Tyler Scott quite a bit harder now, so he didn't have as much room. But you got to shoot those shots. They're just London came down. They took advantage of their fast break, and finally they had other people starting to make shots. Like until Harrison hit that shot, there wasn't really much offense from around the perimeter, outside of Moon. So that's dangerous for the Storm when other people start hitting shots here. So you got 134 left. You're in an okay position now. It could be better, but you just gotta, like I said, just work as hard as you can here for this minute 30.
So Ware will inbound the ball. 14 on the shot clock. Here's Harrison. That hit the rim. Good offensive rebound. Then downtown, another one that rimmed out. That was Bolden. Harrison baseline.
Oh.
And that's going to be a foul on Carter.
You've got to let the league play through that stuff.
Let's see it here.
We're going to have to watch a bunch of these because they just did not do a good job of rebound. Watch this. Yeah, maybe he got his hand. Maybe it's, but it would have been a hell of a, that's like a Russell Westbrook play right there.
Harrison makes the first. 53-47 Storm. And he gets the proper roll on the second shot.
He's putting together a good half. He's got 6 points.
Yeah, he was prepared to play coming off the bench in the second quarter.
Triple screen.
And the ball taken away from White. And a foul on Williams Jr.
I'm not ever sure I've really seen a triple high screen like that.
And what would be the purpose of a screen like that?
Well, if you got a speedy point guard, maybe if you're starting from the left side, they bring him on the left side because he's a right-handed player, and then he'll come off three. He can turn the corner, and then you had Samson Carter in there and Brad States. So Samson Carter would pop out wide, and Brad States would pop to the weak side block. That's what I would do on a triple screen, just to give a different look. Really, I've never seen it, so I don't know. I could drop something that I would do, but who knows? Maybe they'll do it again, and I'll tell you where everybody goes.
This is Ware, under a minute now. Ware on the drive on States. Oh, some good help defense there from Schuler. Schuler in there. Schuler's all over the place.
Yeah.
But a foul against Schuler.
And the Storm right now, end of the quarter. They've given up, in this last 40 seconds, they've given up 5 offensive rebounds. I mean, you've got to get blocking out and finish this quarter strong. This is a good team, and they're all over the offensive glass. They know the importance of this last minute.
So Ware to the line. And left it short. Bolden in there on the hustle. Bolden put back off the window. And that's something that the Storm didn't want to have happen. And
you can't get it.
Play his whistle down here.
Technical foul on.
Oh, technical foul on Coach Vassell.
Oh. I was expecting it to, I don't know. Oh, he wanted a foul on the shot. So after that offensive rebound with the Bolden grab, he's probably looking for an offensive foul. But, I mean, the Storm will take that. That 1 point is worth so much. This is the way things are going.
Yeah, that was a tough bucket to give up here. As the Lightning, good hustle there by Bolden to come in on that missed second shot from the free throw line.
I mean, multiple offensive rebounds here in the last 2 minutes. So, again, you're learning. You maybe have a little bit of rust.
Here's a drive by Tato. Nice pass. And a foul on London as that was White. Look at White there. And Brad States couldn't finish, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah. Good shot. These are important baskets, and the Storm, for them getting to the line here at the end of the quarter, it's great because you got to get to halftime and talk some stuff over, but getting to the line and hitting 2 is massive here.
You'd like to see them get a little bit more hungry on the glass, right, Gord?
Well, it's not a matter of if.
They have to.
They have to take care of the off. We know that's going to be their Achilles heel as where Junior scores. It's going to be their Achilles heel rebounding. And it wasn't at the start because they were full of emotion and ready to go. But when you get a little tired.
Here's Russell Bird. Harrison trying to contain him. Bird, fade away. That shot was altered. White will try his luck.
Oh, wait.
And whoa.
That was touched.
Is that a goaltend?
Well, I know he touched the mesh.
Referees will talk it over.
But you can't, that could be basket interference. Count the basket.
They're going to count it. So Keith Vassell is upset. I think he's saying that the clock had run out.
Well, maybe we'll have to watch it.
Now,
and you know, they can yell all they want. They can't do this at the end of a quarter. You can't see it.
Can't see the clock.
Watch here. Watch that player's hand. Once the ball's up, he touched the ball.
Definitely.
So you know what? That has you can't be that ridiculous right at the end of a quarter as a player. You know, you just got to let fate happen where it may be. And they're still talking with Vassell. So, man, this game has everything in it today. You got to come back and watch this third and fourth quarter. It's going to be unbelievable.
This has been a good game so far. Storm getting off to a good start. But the Lightning, they have fought back. And it's now 57-53. Island Storm leading the defending champions, the London Lightning. We'll take a break. We'll come back with third quarter action in just a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for third quarter action here at the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. The score 59-53 in favor of the Island Storm over the defending champs from London. And the Storm, they came out like a house on fire in the first quarter. Played some solid defense, knocking down some shots. Tyler Scott hitting some trays. And then, as expected, the Lightning on the last game of a road trip, they found their sea legs, for lack of a better term, and then got back into this game. Moon has been absolutely outstanding here. And then you had Harrison coming off the bench, knocking down some big shots. So they fought their way back, and they're down by 6 as we get ready for third quarter action. And for this London team coming off a 109-95 win Thursday night in St. John. And this London team, they're tied for top spot in the Central Division. Both Sudbury and London with 3-1 records so far this season. And Gord, the London team, they had a chance to, calm down, cool down after that late call that went against them. But it was definitely a goaltend. Yeah, and Coach, I was talking to Coach Kendrick there, and coming back, he was like confirming that, and it was like, yeah. So it was the right call. Like, the refs did a pretty good job this first half. So you just got to get down and play. And Storm need a good start here. They got to the line 19 times in that first half. So continue that trend, just like that. And there's Carter as he starts off the third quarter in fine fashion. And that'll give him 15 on the game. He had 13 in the first. 5 for 11 shooting. He was very good in that opening quarter. He led the Storm on offense. This is Bolden. Inside pass for Williams, and Williams lays it in. Yeah, great play there. That'll give him 8 points on the game. So he had 6 in the first half. Look at that speed. Kick it out into the corner for Baines. Oh, that is a deep three. As Russell Bird tried to knock that down. Back the other way in transition. Here comes Williamson. And he gets the layup. And that'll get Williamson up to 7 points on the game. No need for Bird to shoot it that deep. He should have stepped into that. There's Bird. That entry pass was difficult for him to handle, but it goes off of Bolden. And listen, you do not want to get into a track meet with this London team, right? I mean, that's a no-win proposition right there. No, you don't. You do not want to do that. Here's Carter trying to get a step on Williamson. That's a tough shot. Rimmed around. Good hustle by Baines, but he couldn't haul that rebound in. Here's Moon. Moon kicks it out. And that was a bad pass right there. Williams, he gave it away. You see the difference in the Storm counter break. It's a lot slower. Carter wide open for 3, left it short. And it's Moon. He gets the ball up the floor right here. Look at the acceleration. High glass, misses. Tate drops it back. Baines. And Carter for 2. And maybe a little bit of luck there, but he's up to 17 points. Williams. Oh, they're going to count the bucket. And Bird, I don't know if he took an elbow or forearm or whatever the case may be. He's trying to clear out the cobwebs. And going to the line, as you take a look at the play right there, will be Williamson. Yeah, and he was just too deep. So, I mean, was he in good position on that play? And it might have looked like a charge for Storm fans watching at home. It wasn't. It was the right call because he's inside the circle. So if you're inside that deep, you're going to get called on a defensive foul. So the Storm lead now just 3. Looking for the screen, double screen. There's Bird, step back 3. And Bird, good hustle and an attempt to try to save that ball by Tate. And Russell Bird, he's been cold here the last little while in this game.
Well, he's only got four points in that first half. So he was over 3 from the three-point line. That's where normally he's hitting 1 or 2 shots. But Tyler Scott made up for that. Tyler Scott has 14 big points.
Bolden now working on Bird. Rebound to Bird. And now Alex Campbell try to set things up from the point.
Calling out a little play there, just a down screen for a shooter. Oh, my goodness.
And a foul going against Russell Bird. Bird holding his hands on his head going, he can't be serious. Doing the John McEnroe.
Well, they've got to set that play up. If it's a down screen, the person getting screened has to make a cut in, or else the defender has too much room to slip it, and that's what happened.
Here's Moon, stops and missed that shot attempt.
Big numbers here, big numbers.
Here's Tate, muscles his way down the lane. Can't convert. Back the other way. Where? He kicked that ball, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. But
mid-range from Williamson.
Yeah, and for the Storm, listen, you're on a 4-on-2. You got to get you got to score against this team. So
good look there from Baines, for Baines, and he can't make that one. Here's where Williamson baseline kicks it out from downtown, and there's Williams Jr. Triple for him. Windowing in as Tate comes back the other way and replies.
Big basket for the Storm. So watch this. This is 1 versus 5.
And that's Moon. That was, excuse me, before that bucket, that was Baines with the bucket for the Storm. And there's Moon again. He's got the hot hand here this evening for the Lightning. Campbell.
You see, the Lightning are not switching that screen, but Alex Campbell with a great take there.
So we're tied at 67.
So watch. You see this? Are they switching these ball screens? Well, they're going to put it in the post, but
this is Bolden working on number 5, Tate.
A great cut again. Moon's just so versatile. He uses his speed. He's so crafty.
That long-range shot's no good.
His rebound in.
Try to force the pass. Campbell bringing it back the other way for the Storm. In the corner, Russell Bird. The catch, the shot. Knocking it down with authority.
And that's a huge shot for him. Really took his time. Beautiful release. I mean, he needed that, so that'll give him 7 on the game. This is somebody who can score easily 30 points in a game, so will that get him going?
Here's Moon, nice fake. Bobbled it, and it's going to be London ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
And really, when you play a player like Moon, the reason why he's having so much success is because the Storm are not fighting through. They're switching automatically, and it's getting them into big problems with that player with that caliber. So they might have to look at, Moon's made 2 bad passes in a row. So
Robinson looking to make him pay, and he does with the layup.
So nice little run by the Storm here.
And now back the other way for London, and play is whistled down, and Keith Vassal's not happy about something. And this is the play here by Moon as he tried to force a pass.
He wanted that foul probably just on the little bit of that left-hand push.
So confused
technical
here.
Foul.
Was it technical,
it was a technical
against
foul, but
Coach Kendrick?
I think so.
So Coach Kendrick, you can hear
He
him.
pointed in that direction.
Yeah, he is none too pleased. You can hear his voice from where we are. We're situated up in the press box here at the Eastlink Center, not down on the floor. And Coach Kendrick, his voice is booming.
Well, it doesn't boom anymore because he'd be the first one that the doctors would be like, oh, you need vocal surgery because he's been coaching for 45 years.
Yeah.
It's just like syllables and a few little.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that call. Here's Bolden. Bird trying to contain him.
Oh, nice D.
Williamson down the lane.
Another block on Bird.
And Bird again gets charged with a foul.
I think. Maybe.
Yeah, so it's against Bird.
He's inside the circle with his left foot. So, I mean, he's doing everything right as a player. He's just got to – it wasn't his defense. Like, he was giving help defense. But that's one of the things in practice when these players, the Storm players, are playing at high schools around the way because they can't practice here because there's a hockey team in.
Right.
You've got to have that circle painted on the floor. And the players have to get used to making sure if they're going to make a defensive play, make it outside of that circle. And it's just one of the, because we've seen it maybe 3 times here today that's costing possessions, 1 footer in that area.
Storm by 2. Here's Bird.
Oh, baby.
Oh, nice move there initially by White. Put back. And the Lightning regain possession.
These teams are playing hard. That's a travel.
Bolden drives. Oh, big time block.
No. A foul was called
foul
on
Robinson, or excuse me, Schuler.
Oh, Robinson, I think. Schuler.
So it's Schuler.
Look at that. Look, that footwork is awful.